New England Nation, we have the Roundtable segment for you. Different location here. We got Gresh in the middle as he adjusts his camera there. Morgan, of course, here. All right, Gresh, Drake Maye has arrived.
Starting to.
Okay.
I think we need to slow the roll just a little bit on the has arrived. What we've seen, Sam, is really 5 consecutive weeks of him stacking together some good performances, but we haven't seen him explode just yet. We're starting to see more of the throws down the field. But the one thing that got me this week, Sam, was the ball where Drake Maye's rolling to the right, and then he's going down, but he gets it out to Diggs. To me, that's the first time that I saw a play out of this kid where I was like, ooh, that's a little different and that's special.
And he has his guy, wide receiver 1, Stephon Diggs. Obviously, it helps when you have, Morgan,
it does.
number 1 receiver.
It does. And Drake Maye spoke about Stephon Diggs this week. He says he's a vet. He says, I've got you. Put the ball in my vicinity, and I'm going to go get it. He has great hands, as Drake Maye mentioned. And I think they're just building that bond and that chemistry. And Stephon Diggs, coming off that ACL injury, we still have to put that in the back of our minds as doing what he's doing. And I talked to Gresh last week. I feel like he was just getting open off of pure hatred for the Bills.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I didn't even catch this, but last night I saw a clip of him standing away from the team during the national anthem. It was really a personal game for him.
Yeah, which is kind of odd because he's been away from them for a few years now, and maybe he doesn't like that he's going to be tagged with the failure of the Bills to this point, or at least having been a part of it. But, I mean, really on play action, that's where Drake Maye and Steph Diggs are really starting to connect more and more. So you got to continue to run the ball to, I think, continue to take it from 40 yards a game to 120 yards a game for Diggs like they have the last couple of weeks.
Morgan, how concerned are you with the Ramondre Stevenson issues? Fumbles.
Yes, that's right. I know what you're referring to, the fumbles, obviously. It is concerning, but like, what else are they going to do at this point? They have to keep feeding Ramondre, and I think it was a little bit of redemption for him then to find the end zone twice against the Bills, but you can't keep fumbling the ball. You have to hold on to the ball in this league.
Yeah, I believe it's 17 career fumbles.
Yeah, and I also think, too, guys, that some of the lack of tackling practice during the week has led to more players either trying to get their head in there on the ball, or there's a lot of arms being flung around, right? Like normally you would see in the 80s, it was a defensive tackle who reached out and he hit the football and knocked it out. Now we're seeing safeties flying up the field, and if they're going to miss the tackle, they're just like throwing their arm out there and punching it out. But either way, Ramondre's going to get carries. They're not going to go away from the guy, and all you can do is coach it up the best you can at this point.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, next 4 games, really winnable. I mean, every game's winnable, but Gresh, they're taking advantage of the schedule. How do you see these next 4 games?
Yeah, for everybody who is soiling themselves over how good this football team is right now, we're going to find out in the next 3 weeks in a very odd way, because I get that the schedule is New Orleans and Tennessee and Cleveland, but if you're good, and the way things used to be around here was you beat up on the bad teams, and right now there's a run of bad teams in front of them. So if this group is what some people in the internet world think they are, then the next 3 weeks they should be able to go out and say, we're no longer one of these teams down here. We're above all those groups and up here.
And Morgan, you can't do anything but take on the teams in front of you.
Exactly. I think a true test of a good team is winning those winnable games, the ones you should win, not playing down to the opponent. It's easy to, not easy, but live up to the moment of Sunday night prime time playing against the Bills and playing your best game, but can you beat the Saints on the road?
We'll see. Still ahead of New England Nation.